Hello everybody and welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. I am going to try to get my clothing situation sorted out here. We'll go ahead and put that on. We probably want the basic shoes. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put these other boots in here, put the winter clothes, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the last episode, I won't say this every time I play the game, but I do have a little bit of an equipment issue happening. I had a problem with some memory. So if my game seems like it's chugging a little bit, I apologize. So we should have carrots here. Yeah, those are planted. And then this is, what is this going to be? Rye. So we can use the stone sickle and get this. And then down here, this winter wheat, right? Yeah. So springtime means we have to pay taxes, and it means we're going to plant beets, probably cabbage, although we could wait and do cabbage in the summer. We'll do beets, cabbage, carrots, definitely flax, onion, wheat, and oats. So we do have some wheat growing. I may try to plant a bit more. But the first thing we'll do is, let's see if I can get two at a time here. First thing we'll do is get this rye cleaned up. Can I make a few of these? Looks like sticks, oddly enough, are what we don't have enough of. So when I get done with this, I'm probably going to get whatever manure I can, and we'll start turning over the fields so we can sort out what we're doing with planting. Because, oh wow, that does not last long at all. Gosh. Wow. Boy, if this game... I don't know what I need to change here. I don't know if it's because I'm recording with it that it's causing it to chug like that. But that is not ideal. Alright, now it won't let me craft while I'm walking, which is a little bit annoying. But we'll go ahead and make 4 of these, and we'll get that done. And we'll deal with the manure situation. So we're going to need to find a way to make some money so we can pay the taxes. I looked and we're a couple hundred coins short. So, you know, taxes are a pain. But I understand why they're in the game. I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm glad that they're in the game, but I get it. I think it's realistic. It does slow my progress a little bit. I would use that 1200 coin for something else, namely buying seeds, but, you know, it is what it is. You probably laughed when I made 4 of those, but we're on our 3rd one already. Okay. So, we'll go thresh this rye. I wonder how we're doing on storage in here. Looks like good. So I don't, what? I'm also getting used to the, wow, 518 rye grain. That is excellent. I'm also getting used to, I have a mouse that I'm using today that is not my normal mouse. My normal mouse broke too. Like I said, I'm kind of a hot mess with this today. Alright, we want to head over here and see how much. Really? You gotta be there right now? In or out, Porker? I swear this game just does stuff like that. Is that... yeah, that's good. Okay. Alright.
I'm so glad I settled down here.
I'm glad you did too. I'm glad you like it. Glad we're doing well. So I don't know how much I got. I wasn't paying attention because I was thinking about the pig in the way. So we have 120 fertilizer there. And I don't know... So if we just got 11, the NPC must have gotten us a good bit overnight. Alright. So we're up to 138. Oh wow, that is heavy. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Let's do 75. So 75 means we can get our let me see here. So I need... maybe we make this one field 7, the flax field. So we do flax, we'll do wheat. This can stay our rye field because unless I make it rye and oats on rotation, because rye you plant in autumn, oats you plant in spring. I could do that. So rye oat field here, wheat field here, flax field here. Or I could let that, stay the rye field, and I just make this the oat field. And then these, so what are our spring vegetables? Are beets, cabbage, carrot, onion. Yeah. So if these are carrots already, we can do beets, cabbage, carrot, onion. I feel like it's starting to make sense. I don't know what you guys think, but I don't know if I have beet seeds. But I'm going to go ahead and make this the cabbage patch. And sorry if, you were looking to see other stuff. There is going to be a fair bit of farming in this episode. I may run into town. I don't want to forget to pay our taxes, but I also was really excited to get going on this stuff. For some of you that have been following my channel for a long time, you know that farming is something that I have enjoyed in games. There's something kind of satisfying about, like that feeling that I had. You heard it in my voice when I said, wow, 518 rye, that's great. That feeling of satisfaction when you accomplish what you set out to accomplish. And it feels pretty hard earned with this game, I'll be honest. It feels like you have to really work for it. So, I literally named this the cabbage patch. Okay. Well, looks like past me was on the ball. Okay, I don't know how many of these we have. We'll probably break this one in one more hit. Now we have another one. Good. I'm really looking forward to getting better tools soon. Did I move the person out of... I did. Okay. Alright, good. We're good. Staff management is like a big part of this game, and I think I do okay with it, but things are a little bit thrown off because of that young lady that we accepted, who is too young to marry. She is helping in the kitchen. I don't know if apprenticing actually improves the output of the building, but I think what it does is it levels up the person. Okay, so that's cabbage, and then did I name this one? So what did I say? That's carrots, that's going to be beets, cabbage, carrots. This will be the onion patch. And we do plant onions this season. So we'll go ahead and get that going. Let's see, we did 75, so this must have been 20, what? I don't know. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're not going to stress. So we'll plant our cabbage and our onions. Do I want to try to plant the flax today? Or do I do the flax and oats another time? What do we have that we could sell? Maybe we can make some food. Maybe we can make some pottage with last year's cabbage, because it's got to be like 50%. I don't know if we have enough meat to do that. That's the only problem. I don't think there's anything I can make with just cabbage. And I don't think just selling cabbage would be very profitable. It might be worth it to go try to kill a couple like deer to use, you know, to use the meat to make pottage. What? There we go. We could probably make something else though. Some type of stone tool or something. Sorry if you hear rumblings in the background. It's just about to storm IRL here. Hopefully it doesn't blow the power and completely ruin this recording. In which case, you don't have to worry about it because you'll never hear it. So I know some of you are going to be like, why are you planting these things when you don't need to? Which is completely valid. I get that. I may not even have onion seeds to that point. But I do. 20. So we'll keep those and we'll do 25. Wow, look at that. First step. I know I don't need them, but I think it's okay. My people can still eat them, even if we're not using it for some advanced recipe. And eventually we will get the recipe that involves, what is it, meat and gravy or something like that, that you need onions for. So since we have them and we have the field already established, hey, let's go level up our farming. I'm actually gonna go ahead and was like, what? Okay, careful farmer. Farming master. Probably that. Durability is nice, but when do we get this? Faster farming. That is good once you get going, especially for harvest. But we'll do this one. Alright. Keep it moving. That's the thing, like, you get to a certain point in this game where you're not building super often anymore. But you pretty much never get done farming. At least I don't. I will eventually have workers that do a bunch of my farming for me, but I'll never be done with it. Alright, and now we switch to onions. Field 5, the onion patch. I wonder if there's a specific word for an onion field, like the cabbage patch. The onion field. I did want to say, I know we're about 17 minutes in, but I wanted to say thank you to the folks who've been supporting this series. It is decidedly not doing numbers, but those of you that have watched my channel for a long time, I don't really do it for any sort of numbers or growth. I stopped worrying about growth metrics a long time ago. I am never gonna be monetized because I do not get enough watch time. So even if you went out and told your 400 closest friends to come and subscribe to Bluebelly Gaming, I would not be able to monetize because I wouldn't have the watch time. And that's probably going to be the case for a while. So don't stress. Enjoy it. Watch when you can. If there are things that you enjoy and you want to tell people, I'm not gonna be mad about it, but I'm not the kind of person who's gonna go way out of the way to chase those kind of metrics. Just not really in the cards for me. This is not my occupation. It's a hobby. I love games. I've loved games my whole life. And I started doing this because I like playing games. And oh, what? I can't do that. I like playing games, and I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I kind of talk to myself when I play anyways, so maybe we just make some content with it and see if people like it. So, when a video like this gets 50 views because people watch it, well, that's a thrill to me. I don't need it to be 50,000 for it to be meaningful. The fact that anybody cares, especially people that I know are around and watch the content regularly, that's a huge compliment to me, and yeah, I'm grateful for it. I'm not gonna poo-poo that. Looking, it's not like I'm chasing clout playing some kind of popular games either. I mean, this is a well-respected game. I don't mean that as a slight to the developers. I just mean, I'm not out doing, I don't even know what's popular. That's how out of touch I am. I was going to say Call of Duty, but even that's kind of like, there's a crowd for it, but I don't know that there's any game that is, like, even Minecraft is not really that huge of a following anymore. I don't know. while I was rambling about all that, I guess I decided I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this flax field in. If we have wheat, if we have fertilizer left, I think I only did 30. I don't think I only kept 30 flax seeds. So let me double check. Or did I say this was going to be flax and that was going to be... Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is going to be flax. I'll get it right. Sorry, fam. You know, I learned a new one this week. Some of you guys are going to, like, shake your heads at me. Some of you are probably older than me, so you're not going to care either. But I heard a new one this week. Somebody was saying twin. That was like their... Instead of bruh. What's up, twin? And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I feel great about it. It felt a little strange to me, if I'm being honest. Calling somebody who's not your relative twin just to be funny, I guess. Okay, it's 34. We have 13 fertilizer with us. Let's go ahead and plant the flax. So we're going to need... Is that right? Okay, two to grow on. We're going to go ahead and plant... Okay, I need to label these fields. So this is going to be... Field 7. Is that what I just said? Yeah, field 7. Custom name. Flax field. Field 1 is the onion patch. Oops. We're gonna call this... I'm not even gonna use patch. I'm just gonna say beetroots. And I'm gonna say... Five is the onion patch. Some of you probably caught that while I was rambling and you were like, this guy. And then we're gonna call this carrots. Are there 2 T's? Carrots. I think it's just 1 T. And then field 8 is gonna be... What? No. Oats. Flax. Oats. Wheat. Rye. Wheat. Lovely. And the sun is pretty far down. So we'll get... Try to get this flax field done. And that's probably going to be it. It's going to be an entire episode of farming. And we're going to need to make a whole bunch more hose. Maybe by next spring we will be able to make copper hose. Or I might just skip ahead and try to unlock bronze. That would be best. I think we'll sit on bronze for a while. Bronze tools and weapons. This is very random, but thinking about bronze weapons made me think of it. One of the things I'm hoping to try at some point in this playthrough is if I can use the shield, the sword and shield to fight wolves. I feel like that I will die and I will regret that, but if I don't die, I feel like that could be a lot of fun. Or maybe it's one of those things where like I can take over a crossbow and an iron bolt and shoot it at a distance, and then when it charges me I can switch over. You know, that could be fun. Alright. Wrong button. Let's go. There we go. So 34, I don't know what that's going to yield us, but after this year we won't sell as much seed. Oh no. Shoot. We need logs for this, right? Yeah. Well, if we get 4 logs, we can make 4 more of those. Dang it. It was too good to be true. We were making such good progress. I thought maybe I was going to be able to get it done. I don't really want to plant in the dark, but these things happen. Oh wow, 12? Let's go. That's actually pretty awesome that they got that. And I almost just used it to make the wrong thing. 3? Interesting. And it says I have 4 sticks left. There we go. Alright. When am I going to remember that I put the wooden hoe on 5? That's it. It's on 5. What? You turned out the lights. That's another thing I don't have yet. Lighting. What? I may have to finish this in the morning. Day 2 of spring. But I mean, if we're honest, we did get a good bit done. We harvested the rye. We planted cabbages and onions. And we're getting the flax all good to go. That's all good progress. It could always be worse. Okay, now we'll switch to 8. And we will switch to flaxseed. I can kind of see. It doesn't get as dark in this game as it does in Rust. I know I need to stop talking about Rust because most of you guys don't play it, but gosh, it gets very pitch black in Rust and is not fun. But it's not actually nighttime yet in this game. This is like evening. What I should do when I finish this is go down and wash. If you look down in the bottom left, you can see how dirty my character has gotten. Ew. I mean, to be fair, I was handling manure and fertilizer, which is all gross. Also, this is another very random thing, but somebody explained to me in a comment, sorry I can't remember who it was, but they said that the reason I got sick, poisoned that one time, was because I ate food while I was dirty. And that totally makes sense, especially if it was manure that I was dirty with. But yeah, they said that was what poisoned me. So definitely need to wash before I go eat something. Boom, look at that. We even know how to count. So the flax is planted. I'm gonna go get a drink of water, wash off, and then go see what's to eat in the pantry. I wish that there was just a wash animation rather than having to wander aimlessly in the water. What do you think? Think we have any grub in here? Or am I going to have to make something? Grab a little dandelion for our troubles. Okay, I see... Not really anything made. What should I make? Maybe a mushroom soup? Inventory. Mushroom soup. Let's make a gruel. There we go. Now we're ready to sleep. Alright everybody, we'll conclude it with a nice shot of the moon here. Thank you so much for checking out this episode. My name is Bluebelly. This is the Bluebelly Gaming Channel. And I will see you all on day 2 of spring here in the Oxbow. Bye for now.